If you own a rental property, I have the top business expenses for rental property owners for you today. Hi, I'm Natalie Elser. I'm a certified public accountant and owner of California Professional Accountants Group. Today I'm going to go over the top 10 common expenses that I use for my clients when they own a rental real estate property. The first one that we're going to talk about is mortgage interest. When you have a mortgage on your rental property, any of the interest expense that you pay on that, it's a direct deduction for you on the tax return. Property taxes. Every property is subject to property taxes, and as you pay the expenses incurred on that rental property each year, you can take that as a deduction as well. Depreciation expense. When you purchase the rental property or you make any improvements to it, you're allowed to depreciate those expenses over time. They're a little bit different depending on whether or not it's residential or commercial, but you can deduct those expenses over the life of the building. Repairs and maintenance. There's always going to be repairs and maintenance on your rental property. Nothing stays great all the time. So you're going to want to go ahead and take all of those expenses and write them off every year. Utilities. Utilities can become very costly, especially when a tenant leaves the building for a little while and it's sitting there vacant. So if you're having to pay the water bills, the electric bills, the gas bills, you're going to want to go ahead and write off those utilities expenses every year. Travel to and from the property. A lot of people do not think about this expense at all. But let's say you live here in the state of California and you own some rental properties all the way in the state of Florida. Well, those aren't exactly next door, and that can be very, very costly for you to fly all the way to Florida and fly all the way back in order to check on those rental properties. So if you're taking a trip to Florida and you need to visit those rental properties, be sure to keep track of your airline expense and your hotel stays, because you can write off those expenses directly on those rental properties. Office supplies that you need to run the property. Let's say you need to buy a computer this year in order to do the billing, get online, schedule the repairs and maintenance that need to be done to your rental property. You can write off a piece of that computer expense as a rental expense because you needed it in order to operate that rental property that year. Property management fees. Okay, so I know we all want to own a rental property, but we don't want to deal with the headache of having the tenants and dealing with all their complaints and the repairs and maintenance. So you can hire a property manager and they're going to take care of all of those headaches for you. You can take the expenses of the property manager and write those directly off against the income from the rental property. Energy efficient property and solar panels. Here in our wonderful state of California, all new residential construction is required to have solar panels put on the property. Also, there's a lot of new energy efficient improvements that you can make, such as energy efficient refrigerators, windows, dishwashers. There are special credits available that you can take in the current year that you put those items into use. And you can either directly write off or depreciate the rest of those depending on what it is that you purchased that year. And last but not least, you can actually write off your tax preparation fees against the rental property if you are using a CPA or accountant to help you with your tax return that includes the work done on the rental property for that year. So if you need an accountant and you're out here in the state of California, or you have rental property located in the state of California, feel free to give our office a call. We have locations throughout all of California, all the way ranging from San Diego County, all the way up to the Bay Area, out to the Coachella Valley and Inland Empire. And our main office is located in Orange County, which is where I'm at today. If there's a different industry that has business expenses that you would like to learn how to write off, please leave a comment below. I'd be happy to make a video on those. Follow me for more tips, and we'll see you on the next video. Ciao for now.